YouTube, we back with another one, man. Hey, today we gonna be cooking up a beat for Anti the Menace. I'm finna show you how to make a real dark sample, and we gonna flip that sample into an even harder beat. So hey man, without further ado, let's get into this little cook up. Alright man, so we starting out at FL at 140 BPM, and we got this Keyscape cinematic piano here, and this is the first pattern we got. Real simple, man. Alright, so we got a C minor chord here. So if I can build this chord over here, boom, put down a note with the scale highlighting, we can just skip one note. The one highlighted space goes to the next one. Skip a highlighted space goes to the next one. Boom, we got our chord. From there, we just pull this top note back a little bit, just to give it a little rhythm. Simple stuff, man. Then what I also did was I took these first two notes here and I hit Alt S to strum it. Then you just play with this knob here. That way it has a little, you know what I'm saying, a little sauce to it. Real simple, man. From there we just added some top notes. We were just playing with these half steps here. Same stuff as always, man. Now as far as the effects go, this is where we sauce it up a little bit. So this is what it'll sound like with all the effects on. Crazy, right? So as far as the effects go, we have an effect rack, but we really just have a crystallizer on here on this reverse echoes preset. And we added a halftime. We set the halftime to the half loop setting here. And we also went and turned it down to 55% on the mixer here. And we also added this S1 imager stereo just to kind of widen out the sound a little bit more. We could also see that I did a little EQing here at the bottom, just using the EQ in the mixer. Basically just rolled off some of the highs and boosted it a little bit in the mids and the highs. All right, next we got this Analog 5 preset called Sweep. This is what it sounds like. Again, real simple, man. Just a C minor chord. What we did, we started at the root here, so our C. From there, we went up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to this G. From there, we just took those same two notes, duplicated it, and pulled them up octave. From there, we just added one more C, and we added a D sharp, which is basically just the third of that chord. So if I pull this down, you can see it would just be that middle note in the chord. So we have that all the way at the top there, and essentially all we did with these first few notes again is just Alt S, strummed it out. Very simple, man. And then these little accent notes at the top here, just to transition into the next chord. Nothing too crazy, man. From there, all we have on here is a simple effect rack on the ambient space preset. All right, the next sound we added was this Celeste bell from BBC Symphony Orchestra, and this is what that sounds like. I know y'all hear that, ooh, that texture in there, it's so fire. But that pattern basically gives it a little bounce. So on the mixer, we have an effect rack, and we have it set on this Converge Filter Plus Delay. Crazy ass name, but that shit sound crazy. And then we also just have a crystallizer on there as well on this reversal preset, or eversal. I don't know how you say that, bro. But yeah, it adds a lot of bounce to the beat. From there, we went back into Keyscape and the cinematic preset, and we just added another layer of keys, basically copying that same Analog Lab 5 melody. This one just sounded a little bit darker, so I wanted to add that in for some more like depth to the melody. So this is what that sounds like. Very simple, just one chord. Honestly, with these type of beats, if you just add one chord, it sounds a lot darker. It just gives it like a lot of tension, you know, just one chord being played. Imagine you like in a haunted house and it's a nigga on the damn piano and he just in there playing one chord over and over again. That shit'll be scary as fuck, nigga. We don't have anything but a simple EQ, just run off some of the lows on that piano. All right, so next we got these high violins choir from Orchestral Essentials 2. This is what that sounds like. Very simple, man. So on here, we don't have anything but a Valhalla vintage verb. Just turn down the mix a little, add a little pre-delay, and we turn up the low cut. Very simple stuff, man. We just playing on the root note and the half steps. Very simple. All right, and the very last piece of melody that we added in here was this Richh bass, just on the root note, and we have it playing every once in a while. So here we go. All right, so all together, this is what the full melody is sounding like. That's hard. So my goal with these videos, man, I just gotta say this. My goal with these videos is to just show y'all how you can really make hard beats with very simple melodies. Like most of the time, I'm using one chord, two chords. Like I'm just trying to really break down for y'all. Like you don't have to do too much because at the end of the day, if you want an artist to get on your beats, you can't really have too much going on because they just not gonna rock with it. They're not gonna know how to get on the beat, man. There's not gonna be no space for them because at the end of the day, the artist's voice is also an instrument. So if you fill your beat up with all these sounds and textures and accents and all this stuff, where is there gonna be room for a voice? So yeah, man, I just really wanna break down, you know what I'm saying, how you can make these beats so simply, especially these dark beats. It can all be so simple, man. All right, so we in a new project. That melody is cool, but for Inside a Menace, we gonna have to turn that thing up. That boy down in Florida, you know how they do in Florida, man. So we at 175 BPM now. We got a loop here, and what I did, I went ahead and just chopped out a piece of the loop. So this is the section we're working with. So I'm sure you can tell it sounds a little different there. What I did was I turned on this multiplicator knob to 50% to basically double time the melody. So if I reset it, that's our original melody. But like I said, man, we want to speed that thing up. So we went ahead and turned that down to 50%. From there, I just right clicked the waveform and I went into open a new Fruity Slicer channel. And that brings us here, man. So I turned down the decay. I turned up the attack a little bit just to add a kind of choppy feeling. And then I tweaked this time stretch knob just a little bit here to give it a kind of different sound. So that's the chops we got right there, man. So let's go ahead and get into the piano roll. All right, so here's our chops. We did 2 different set of chops for this beat. So this is gonna be the first one here. I'll let y'all hear that. So I know that sounds like mad fast and ridiculous right now, but you gotta trust the process. Here's the second set of chops that we had. I know that shit sound dumb as hell, but trust me. All right, so we took those two very simple chops there, and we dropped them in the playlist. Hit Control Alt and C to consolidate it. Just hit Start, boom, and it turns it into this waveform here. So if I turn off the effects, this is what we have. Very simple, man. So from there, I made a second version of this by just clicking this little thing in the corner of the wave. I'm going to make unique a sample or make unique, either one will work for this scenario. And I basically created this longer version of it by, instead of turning it to the left to 50%, we turned the multiplicator knob to 200% to basically halftime it. So now we have these two versions of it. So this is the halftime version. So we got our two versions there. Now this is what we did with the effects. We have an effect rack on this reverse echoes preset. We added a halftime on the default preset, and with those two we turn down these mixer knobs here. So the first one we turned to 60%, and the halftime we also turned to 60%. Then I just added this parallel aggressor just to kind of, you know what I'm saying, compress the melody all together. So once we did that, this is what it sounded like. So those are the two little chops that we're gonna be using for this beat. All right, so we went ahead and got the drums down on it. We got a melody laid out, man. So let's get into these drums. So first, we just got a simple clap and a snare on the 3 and the 7. Basic stuff. For the hi-hats, I put in a simple 2-step pattern, but I went into the mixer. Let me see, on the hi-hats, we have looperator here. And I added this 6th roll here, and then this 8th roll here. Then we got this little reverse kind of hi-hat at the end of it. So this is what those sound like with the melody. So because this beat is so fast, so turned up, we don't gotta do too much crazy stuff with the drums. So from there, we added this crash, simple crash. Boom. And we just have pretty much 2 808 patterns, and we got a kick on the later half of it. So here's our first 808 pattern here. Simple, man. We got the velocities turned all the way up on that thing. You already know we want them 808s to hit. And we got this second 808 pattern here just for a little variety. Real simple, bro. So all together, man, that's pretty much it. And this is what our beat is sounding like. That's crazy. That's it for another one, y'all boys. Hey, if you learned something today, man, if your head got the bobbing, come on, bruh. Drop me the like, man. Sub if you haven't already. hit that notification bell if you want to be tapped in as soon as I drop these videos, man. We had a quick one today. I hope y'all enjoy y'all 4th of July weekend. And if you're not in America, hey, man, I hope you just enjoy your Tuesday. But hey, bro, we out of here, man. I appreciate y'all boys stopping by.